Not every area in Dubai will outperform by 2030. In fact, some will struggle, and it won't be random, it will be structural. Over the next 5 years, the biggest gap won't be between Dubai and other cities, it will be between different Dubai micro markets. Now let me break it down properly. Now, what causes underperformance? The areas tend to stall when three main things happen. Heavy concentrated supply, infrastructure lags behind density, and weak exit differentiation. Capital appreciation needs scarcity. If the supply grows faster than the desirability, the growth will slow down. Let me start with JVC. I want to be clear here, JVC is not bad. It has a very strong rental demand, but structurally it does face a lot of pressure. Now, why is that? High density tower clusters, continuous new launches, similar one bedroom layouts throughout, traffic congestion, which is a bad issue at the moment, and limited road access points. Within a 1 kilometer zone of JVC, you can see multiple towers handing over within the same 24 to 12 month period. Now that creates resale competition. When 20 similar units compete to exit, the price will compress. And when the road infrastructure lags behind density, the end user appeal will weaken. Higher density plus continuous supply, it does equal capped appreciation. Now, the rental might be strong, but the capital appreciation growth will be slower. Another example is Arjan. If we look at it carefully, this has rapid mid-rise expansion, high investor-driven stock, they're all similar layouts, and it's a close proximity to multiple competing zones. Again, Arjan does work for yield, but for long-term appreciation, it's heavy repetitive stock. It does create a ceiling effect. It behaves like a commodity market, really. Commodity markets compete on price. Scarcity markets, they compete on value. Now, another one to look at is Business Bay. Now, Business Bay is a prime location, but selective micro clusters, they do face risk inside. Now, again, why is that? It has continuous tower launches, investor-heavy buildings, identical layout across towers, and it's a short-term flip mentality. A lot of investors come into Business Bay to short-term flip. Now, Business Bay will not collapse, but certain repetitive towers, segments, they will underperform if we compare it to villa communities and supply-controlled master developments. Density does not alone guarantee growth. Now, I want to go in a little bit as to why density matters. When an area becomes highly saturated, architecturally repetitive, and the infrastructure is strained, it becomes predictable. Predictable supply reduces pricing power, and pricing power drives appreciation. What will likely outperform instead? If we understand what causes underperformance, we can flip the logic here. Now, the areas and projects that tend to outperform, they share a few structural characteristics. Lower density per plot, a phased master developer that releases them in phased plans, infrastructure scaling alongside the supply, employment anchors nearby, mixed-use ecosystems, and a controlled land release. Scarcity creates pricing power, and pricing power creates appreciation. And when you combine that with genuine end user demand, not just an investor churn, you will get compounding growth. Now, let me give you a real example of what I mean, because not every project in a dense zone is equal. Now, earlier I mentioned JVC and I mentioned the density pressure. This is where most investors oversimplify. Now, Jumeirah Village Triangle behaves very differently to certain JVC clusters. Now, one project I actually structurally like inside is Levante. This is in JVT and it's built by Sol Properties. Now, let me explain why I like it. It's not about the hype. This is about purely the positioning of this development. Levante has a huge office space underneath, which completely is separate entrance and exits compared to the residential. Now, why does that matter? It matters because mixed-use ecosystems will increase here. You have daytime footfall, rental stability, end-user convenience, and the community vibrancy. Most surrounding mid-rise projects in Arjan or other high-density JVC zones, they're purely residential. Mixed use adds value, it adds differentiation here. When you compare the amenity offering in Sol Levante versus surrounding projects in mid-rise investor-heavy areas, Sol Levante includes strong lifestyle amenities, larger community-driven spaces, integrated retail proximity, and it has access to the new upcoming JVT mall, which is built by Nikhil. Now, the new mall in JVT is very important. Retail anchors increase end user appeal. End user appeal increases exit liquidity. Now, JVT is structurally lower density than many JVC clusters. That alone improves long-term scarcity dynamics. It has less vertical stacking, less hyper supply, and it has more of a community feel, and that will affect the capital appreciation over time. If we take a look at Sol Levante and the pricing, 1 bedroom plus a study, which is a kid's room as well, it's approximately 1.2 to 1.4 million dirham. The study, as mentioned, is large enough in many layouts to function as a second bedroom for smaller families. And from a rental perspective, that is hugely powerful. The price per square foot in Sol Levante is around about 1,600 to 1,800 dirham. And when we compare that to surrounding launches and what's coming into the broader corridor, that is quite underpriced, especially with the positioning and the spec of this building. Now, for Ramadan, they're currently offering only 35% during construction and 65% on handover. That's hugely important. It's because it helps the investor liquidity here. You're not heavily exposed during the build. You maintain cash flexibility, and that improves capital efficiency here. Now, does it mean it's risk-free? I hear this a lot. No, it doesn't. But structurally, it ticks more boxes than many repetitive tower launches in high-density zones. That is the difference here. Selective buying inside a broader zone and not just blind buying. Dubai overall, it remains strong. The population growth is real here. Corporate migration, it does continue. And regulations, they are protecting our systems here. But in the next 5 years, it will reward selectivity, micro-analysis, and structural thinking. By 2020-30, some projects, they will compound and other projects will stall. And the difference, it will not be luck here, it will be structure. If you'd like to know more about Sol Levante and similar structurally strong projects, feel free to fill out the form in the description below. I'll break it down and whether it fits your strategy personally. If you found this video useful, please like and subscribe. And as always, I'll see you on the next one.